welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go on a sweltering hot day in Tampa. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop. Second and 5. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to have the first down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Out of the gun, Ward. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Van Jefferson there. Third down coming up.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Third and long. Here's Ward. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. the former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or two. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
It is 2nd and 6. The RPO, this is out to Evans. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
So, on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep for Tennessee, Jim DK. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, it's Ward. That's blocking. Downfield, he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a 1st down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Ward going to tap this one forward. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
That'll caught Tony Pollard. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense ready for their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll get that complete to Emeka. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 54 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Titans out to the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd down and 11. That's Ibuka in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Irving. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Baker going to tap this one forward. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4. So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They go play action with Mayfield. And he's in. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
When I think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important. As this game unfolds, they get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect, Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers move out to a 7-3 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jacob Parrish in there for the stop. From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Pollard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Ward. This one downfield for Okonkwo. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Chick Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Oh, man, it's Rocket. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
They give to Pollard on the option. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Play fake, now Ward to throw. Flush to his right. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took him down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap for Wolf. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
3rd down, they need 5. From the gun, here's Ward. It is complete. He finds Lockett. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Throwing, Ward. That one taken in. Van Jefferson. Touchdown, Titans. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Titans are on top. It's now 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Buccaneers offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. short throw there, pulled in by Evans. They face second down and 7. One final throw before the break, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play fit. It's Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans will take over here just past the 30.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. Or rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Ward. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This is Irving, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 10. It's Otten in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down and 9. They send Evans in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. It's complete to Evans. They get 14 on that hookup. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
And he will go all the way. Bucky Irving. Touchdown. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, that was something to watch.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs are on top. It's 14-10. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the 2nd half. It's about to get underway. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over once again. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. to start this drive. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Ward. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. It's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
Back to throw is Ward. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. He'll pick up a first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On play action, it's Ward. The right side, caught by Wiley. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will have a Titans first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I promise you, Mike, on paper, that linebacker is accounted for, but with his speed and his ability to sniff this toss out from the jump, they had no chance catching up to him. He makes a beeline to the ball and brings the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to get back within a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Irving now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Second down throw from Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That is caught. He got Godwin. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On 1st down, here's Irving. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. Now screen set up for Irving. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A modest game, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They go play action with Mayfield. He'll get this out wide. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. They send Godwin in motion. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. On the return, it's Jim DK. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Now, on 2nd and long. Now, a little pop pass. And he'll get this ahead to about the 25-yard line.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. He's got his man, Jefferson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
That's into the hands of Tyjae Spears. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Ward to throw again. That's complete to lock it outright. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. Here comes 2nd down. Again, it's Ward. Nice to the outside. He's got Jefferson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.